Oh man, so I wasn't gonna bother y'all with this, I promise. But the reason being is because I thought this was a skit. I really thought it was a skit, but someone came and said, "You clowns weren't in the Twitter space." That was a random white dude that calls in where we're discussing black issues. Basically, it's a real interaction. So Tariq Nasheed was speaking to a guy about Coach Prime, Deion Sanders, and he said the quiet thing out loud.
Get Jeff first, Hambino. What's up, Jeff?
Yes, sir. How are you doing today?
I'm good. What's going on with you, Jeff?
First of all, I love that you're talking about college football. I'm a big fan. It's like the only sport I like. Shout out to the Indiana Hoosiers representing Southern Indiana. I heard you talking about Deion Sanders, and you were criticizing announcers that said that he's making it all about themselves. Well, I don't think they're criticizing like the media for talking about Deion Sanders. I think they're criticizing Deion Sanders for talking about Deion Sanders so much. No, I'm not kidding. I follow college football. I've never seen a coach who makes it about himself as much as Deion Sanders. And you can say that's a good thing, but it's true. You can't compare that to any white coach. I've never seen it before.
Now, were you? Well, what do you mean he makes it about? Well, he makes it about himself. How? And by the way, were you rooting for Colorado State? Because you sound like a Colorado State fan.
Probably. But I'm curious, can you name a white coach off the top of your head that you think makes it about himself, sells sunglasses?
Can you name a white coach who they doubt like they doubted Deion? They don't do white coaches like that and second guess them. You know, they don't do that to white coaches. When a white coach comes in, by default, they're like, well, yep, he's the man for the job. But Deion, everything was about second guessing. Can he do it? Will he fail? What is he going to do?
Lane Kiffin has gotten so many second chances, third chances, and he doesn't promote himself like Deion because he can't. He wasn't a dog like that as an athlete. He wasn't a GOAT, but he talks shit. You feel me? Smoke weed and talk shit like Lane Kiffin.
Does he have the skills? Does he have the experience? Does he have everything was about doubting Deion. And he was like, hey, you know what? I'm going to do what I do. I'm going to come in. I'm going to win. Y'all keep doubting me. I'm going to make you a believer. So he was making it about himself and it as it relates to people doubting him. So yeah, he's going to speak up for himself. You understand?
Why would he be selling his sunglasses? Like, have you ever seen a coach before who sells a merchandise brand completely separate from anything related to the team?
Just
makes his own pair of sunglasses and starts selling it to people.
Hater.
He's had that plan.
What's wrong with that? Hell, the college sports for years they made a grip off those black players, and those black players didn't get a dime. So yes, I want Deion to market everything he can and make every dime he can.
I mean, it's not just that; it's just the whole thing. It's all about. It really is. There's no other program.
I swear, y'all hate to see a competent black person who ain't bowing down, who's winning. Why do y'all hate that so much?
Because it makes us insecure that we can't do it the same way he can.
Thank you. Thank you. But that's a you problem. At least say, I'm glad you're being honest. But that's a you problem.
I know, but when we see a black man shining, it just like tears us down because that's like all we have left is the coaches.
I know that, but y'all have, it's a you problem. There's great things that you can do within your community. There's great things, man. You guys got volleyball. You guys are phenomenal at volleyball. Y'all got that.
Also, we have badminton.
Hockey, all of that stuff, man. You don't feel bad. Don't feel bad.
Ever since Tiger Woods changed the game in golf, we've just like been reeling from that. All we have now is curling.
I know. Y'all got wrestling, the wrestling competition. You guys are good at that. There's a lot of good stuff you're very good at. Badminton.
Tariq, you should talk about how white people being so dominant at wrestling is related to like the Greek origins of like homoeroticism.
Oh yeah. You guys were, y'all were getting down with wrestling because what was happening is you pin somebody down and then you crack that pussy open and then they really get stuck. So yeah, you guys got that. That's something we don't want to wrestle with you. So I will give you that. We don't like wrestling with your ass. But other non-contact sports where we ain't got to bend over, we got you. But yeah, y'all want the motherfucker down, you got that. And then we'll leave you alone on that and let you have it. But anyway, Jeff, thank you so much. I appreciate you so much, Jeff. All right.
Wow. Now, the honesty is what catches me. Once again, I thought this was a skit. when I first heard it, because I'm like, dog, how this dude just hating on the most stupidest shit? And it makes sense because in some of the arguments, those are the things that people use to draw the conclusion that someone's a diva. You know how that's how they do, or they tough to deal with. It was all about themselves or their issue in the locker room. That's what people do, man. And it's crazy to hear him straight up say, man, I just got an issue with him succeeding as a black dude. Once again, it sounds so crazy because you rarely hear someone say that out loud. It's something that we thought to be a possibility, but to hear that out loud takes you back. And that's why I thought it was fake. It may still be, but dude said he was in the Twitter space when it was happening. Maybe the guy was trolling, but I don't know. Yeah, he doesn't represent all white folks, but he does represent more than likely the folks that do give Deion some hate for whatever reason. I don't know, but they be giving that man the hate. I haven't seen a situation where he's throwing any ill will towards another coach that hasn't said anything about him, towards any other organization that isn't attacking his. Everything that they're doing as far as just being the best that they can be, and then with that makes other people feel insecure, and so they try to throw ad hominem attacks to go ahead and bring these dudes down back to the level that they think they should be at. Not the level that they actually are, but the way that they think they should be at, maybe in their eyes. Like, no, let me humble you. And before they were able to go ahead and rally the troops to get people to go ahead and believe the things and the perceptions that they'll put out there about black coaches or black quarterbacks or whatever. But now the proof is in the pudding that those things just aren't true anymore. They never were before, but you're definitely seeing that it's not true now. Look at the NFL, man. I believe like the top 5 quarterbacks are black dudes. You may be a Justin Herbert person or a Joe Burrow's dude, but they both have started off the season trash. So, but it's not even about just that. You know, those dudes are great quarterbacks. Herbert, Allen, Burrows, they're great quarterbacks. But to see the balance is what makes more sense in his life, bro. Things were terribly out of balance before. Now we seeing things how they should be. And hopefully the head coaching position in college football could start to look that way, because if you have people with Prime's mindset, it could help the kids, man. These kids are able to go ahead and get this bread while they're in college and able to develop themselves, get these degrees and stuff, learn how to deal with money while they have an infrastructure around them before just being sent out here in the world to just blow through cash. You know, I think if people really embrace the NIL situation like Prime is doing it can help the kids more than not, as far as just shitting on the whole thing. Like Dabo Sweeney and I believe Nick Saban been doing it, although they've been paying people in Alabama behind the scenes. They just don't want everybody else to be able to pay it and shit. I know what the hell be going on. Y'all know what be going on. But y'all let me know what y'all think about this in the comment section below. Crazy as hell though, man. It's your boy Stacy. I'm out.